Okay, champ. We what, 30 seconds out? Also, by the way, since I'm probably gonna equip this into it on YouTube video, since everyone here in the chat want me to become a Dead by Daylight content creator, welcome. Hi YouTube, after the fact, or everyone watching live on Twitch and on the Let's Play, no, on the main channel here on Twitch, on YouTube. We here, we wait for that fourth time seeing a Dead by Daylight dev stream. I have no idea what to bet beyond what Tim told me previous once, and something about a new kill. I'm guessing she got a puppy, and we're gonna figure this out also for ourselves here of what is the dev stream for Dead by Daylight, since chat also may or may not got me a Dead by Daylight. But either way, let's do this. Let's see what's gonna happen. This our new survival.
If this is what you want,
Does she look like she got magic?
I'll embrace it.
I hope you're happy, Tim. This is gonna be our full Dead by Daylight video. I hope you're happy. Oh, do the kills and the heroes
I have always been loyal.
or survival
Let me
wobbly are the
serve.
same?
Once again,
In tone?
it's just you and me. Despicable.
You got a
vermin.
poodle?
I can feel the darkness. It's everywhere.
I want a poodle now. I wonder how they're gonna walk.
Look at what we have here. Shut it and die.
Good lord.
Is she just gonna
cold
like
in here.
order the dog and gonna run around
Doesn't
for a
explain
few
why I'm sweating,
seconds?
but it's cold in here. Hi everybody, and thanks for joining us for today's Dead by Daylight.
Also, let me know how the
official
audio is. chat.
Doomed Course live stream. If you can believe it, this is actually our last show of 2024.
Yeah.
And it's been quite a year for Dead by Daylight. It's, you know, obviously we're going to dive into the new chapter and everything that comes with Doomed Course in just a second. First, we just wanted to take a second to thank the community and thank the viewers that have been tuning in for each of these shows on YouTube and Twitch. It's been a super cool way for us, obviously,
I
but
like them
also our
set out.
devs to connect with our players in like a very personal way and put a spotlight on that team and share what we're working on, obviously, too. So we hope you've been enjoying them as much as we've been enjoying making them. And you can definitely expect more in the new year. But today, like I said, we're here to talk about Doomed Course.
Yes, we're all super excited about this latest chapter, especially myself. I got to actually consult on one of these characters, and bringing in these two dark, complex, and brutal characters in the Dead by Daylight. And
What was the title
Houndmaster
for
and
the guy
Tory
since he's the
King.
community manager?
Beyond the chapter, we'll also be sharing some
catch the
details on
title.
some of our upcoming events, new collections, and more. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at today's run of show. Kicking things off, our product director Rose and myself will be deep diving into the lore of the Houndmaster and Tory Kane.
Okay, I
and
do like how
each
they're
of their
breaking it
stories
down.
actually connect to the wider
More the dev
world of
stream
Dead
need
by
to do
Daylight.
this.
And I'll be sitting down with killer designer Nick as he breaks down everything that went into creating the Houndmaster and gives tips on how to be the best pet owner in the entity's realm. Next up, we've got
There's a
Dork and
picture
game
gonna be my
designer
killer
Mael to
chap.
tell us about everything new and cool that you can expect from the annual Bone Chill event, snowmen and all.
And after that, I'll be back with Rose to turn the spotlight on all of our upcoming collections for the release. We're going to be taking a look at some of the new and returning collections and even break some news revealing an
telling you.
incredible new
Oof.
collaboration just around the corner. And last but not least, we'll
Oh.
be winding things down with our not
Not
so
a
loud
crossover?
Q&A and try to answer as many questions as we can
God,
before
I
signing
want.
off. As I
Thank
said,
you,
this
CM. I
stream is
want Dead
pre-recorded,
Rising
so
now.
we have a curated list of some questions that we've gathered from you all that we're going to be answering today.
That's right. So, since it's the last time we're going to be doing this for 2024, we thought it was a good time to give away some early holiday gifts. So, we've got 3 new Twitch drops for today's live stream. You can start earning them now until December 12th.
Am I white? Is it
Don't forget, you can
default? It should be
register
on
by
my
following
channel,
the QR
white here
code
on
that you're
Twitch.
about to see, or going to our website and linking your behavior account to your Twitch account.
Yes, so to help you
It's
with
the
getting into
beginning.
the spirit of the season, we have a holiday pattern banner for watching 1 hour, a frozen generator charm of watching
Double checking.
3
I'm double
hours,
checking
and
to
this
see.
kind of cute, kind of disturbing gingerbread victim badge for accumulating 6 total
It should be
hours
on my
of
account by
watch time.
default, right?
I mean, I don't see it disturbing at all. I think
I'm
it's
into
pretty cute,
cowboys,
you know,
though.
think festive is the word I would use to describe you.
I
Let's
think
see if
you're
it
right,
is
you know,
live.
and I don't want to talk down about what you brought to us because you brought these amazing charms and stuff. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a
God,
nice
I think
thing
it's
to the
creepy.
community. But
I
let's keep
want
the
it.
show rolling and get to the next segment to dive into the lore of Doomed Course.
I
Thank you so
wanted
much,
that.
12.
Bye.
Okay, so they're all gonna have a little bit of fun, huh? Oh, here we go. Dead by Daylight. There we go. Yeah, running from 9 a.m. today. Okay, it might not be live yet. So they're saying 9 a.m. to 9
From our
a.m.
new
on the
Killers
12th.
gameplay to our chapter collection, we've got a lot of Doom course content ahead for you
By the way,
today.
we good. They all
And
torn
what
down.
better way to kick it all off than taking a closer look at the lore behind our two new characters. Lucky for us, we've got our amazing product director, Rose, here to talk it through
You
with
could
me
see them.
because we're just two chill girls
At
who really
least.
like DBD
Oh, no,
lore.
it is live right now. 9
So,
a.m.
welcome
Never
back.
mind.
Thanks, Dork. So the Houndmaster and Tarkane are definitely two of the more unique killers and survivors that we've introduced so far, not only because of their tragic stories, as you'll see in a bit, but also because of how they
Get your
connect
item,
to the
chat.
deep lore of Dead by Daylight. I can't wait to talk about it. So let's start with the Houndmaster.
Yeah, so
Tell
I've
me about the
personally
puppy.
been
I want the
really
puppy.
interested in this killer ever since she was conceived. Fans will know her as the Houndmaster, but her real name is Portia May. And while she might be terrifying if you run into her in a trial, you might get stepped on. She wasn't always
on.
that way. Portia's backstory is that she lived in the Caribbean during the 18th century with her father, who was a ship's captain. She had a happy childhood growing up sailing along the seas with him, along with her loyal puppy Snug,
Then we'll like we had
who
lore
was a gift to
chat.
her from her dad.
But this is Dead by Daylight, so obviously good times don't last long.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously, it had to come down to an end, and their ship was attacked by pirates on the open sea, and she was forced to watch as her father was tortured and murdered in front of her. She
No
was
dad
kept
and the
alive by the
puppy?
pirates as a navigator, and as her first act of revenge, she steered the ship into the deadly storm in the dreaded Dragon's Tooth. Today, we actually know that area as the Bermuda Triangle. She woke up on an island in the Dragon's Tooth, the only survivor of the shipwreck, alongside her dog.
At this point, it would make a lot of sense to
I
think
don't know why
that
they don't have,
Portia
like, a
is
CD
actually this
trailer for the
chapter's
lore.
survivor. But what she didn't realize was that the Dragon's Tooth, or the place where she was marooned off, was actually a bleed, an overlap of the entity's realm and our world. She survived on the island for years, fighting off animals, strange monsters, and other pirates who just made their way into the
The dog is called Snuggo. My dog. I call my cat Snug as a nickname.
By her exposure to the bleed, making
Did
her
it-
see the face
did
of
it
the
make
men
it where
who
you- they can
murdered
be
her
your
father
main
and
kill
every
as
person
well?
she encountered. So,
I'm
with the
really
help of
tempted
her
on making all
dogs,
my
whom
mains.
she
You got a
trusts the
puppy.
most in this world, she killed them all.
Portia is obviously a pretty tragic character in Dead by Daylight, and the team actually took inspiration from some of the most famous Shakespearean tragedies when creating her story. We've treated this like a tale of revenge taken to the extreme, exploring how hardships and hate can really lead to madness, driving an otherwise
Feel too
normal person
stressful.
to becoming truly unhinged.
I would want
in
me
a
to leave
really
trial
terrifying
if
way.
I could.
She started out as a good person with a good life, and who was
My only
corrupted
thing
by
would
the
be
entity until she was
the
finally taken
wait
into the
time to
fog
get in the
become
match. It
the
would be my only
Houndmaster that we
thing.
see in the game.
If it had better
Merciless,
than
dominant, and
B2 8
overall
anyway.
bloodthirsty.
And to add to that, it's important to know that the last bit of Portia's humanity really is her connection to Snug. And that connection you can even see in game when that merciless killer seems to soften just a little bit when she's petting her dog. This dynamic is a huge
I wonder
part
how
of
many
her
different
gameplay,
dog
so
skins
we
you're gonna
wanted to take
have.
the extra time in her story
And we
to
saw,
make
like,
sure that
what,
we
2-3
emphasize
dogs
that
in that
connection, how
trailer?
important it can be between a person and their pet.
Yeah, you know, I can honestly
Well, the
sit here on
fine-
this couch
that's
with
better
you
than,
and
like, the
just keep
15 it
talking
was
about the
a couple
Houndmaster
nights
all
ago.
day. I absolutely love this killer. But now let's go ahead and talk about our new survivor, Tori Kane, who you'd think would actually wind up as this chapter's killer, but instead was pulled into the entity's realm as a survivor. On the surface, considering that Tori and the Houndmaster are separated by not only hundreds of years, but thousands of miles, you might actually think that they don't share a lot in common. But there are actually a couple of key themes here that connects the both of them. on top of both being affected in different ways with their exposure to the bleeds, which we'll talk about more in a second, both of these characters have been victims of circumstance and their environment. Portia went down a dark path with being thrust into a terrible reality as a child, but for Tori, she was set on this doomed course much earlier in her life, actually from birth, making it like basically all she ever knew.
So Tori comes from a Scottish origin and was raised as a member of the Black Talon, an offshoot of the Black Veil organization, which is dedicated to researching secrets of entities like the Bleeds. The Black Talon has definitely taken a lot of interest in researching and finding these locations.
I feel
As
like
someone who
there
was
was
born
like
into
a
this world,
6-hour
and whose
essay
parents were
video
also
on
part of the
law
Black
here,
Talon,
chat.
Tori is absolutely certain that her beliefs are true and that the things they are doing are for the betterment of humanity.
Yeah, betterment for real. But now that you mention it, it does bring up a fun fact. One of the earliest members of the Black Talon, also obsessed with understanding bleeds, is another Dead by Daylight character, Talbot Grimes. You actually might know him as the Blight, but we're gonna get back to the story. So after losing several members of her family during an expedition
I
into
am
the
surprised
bleed,
it's not as
one
like
that
a
Tori
trailer or
seemed to
something.
miraculously survive without even wearing a protective suit, Tori emerged more dedicated than ever in service to the entity, feeling her life's work had somehow been validated for her.
At this point, Tori is already on a dark path, and it only gets darker as she rises through the ranks in the Black Talon. So this path hits a point of no return when she is asked to kill someone for the first time.
Ooh.
It's a sacred ritual meant to appease the entity before you're entering a bleed. The man she was instructed to kill was named Jordan Rios, who's actually
That
the
too
stepbrother
makes sense,
of
yeah.
survivor Hattie Core. He
I
was
think my
searching for
only
his
nitpick
sister
about
and
this
working
so
to
far.
expose the Black Talon. But Tori
So
hesitated,
there's a lot.
and that's when the entity decided to take her into the fog
There's a
and put her
lot
into
of
the
lore
trials
here for the
as a
character.
survivor.
Yeah, we don't know exactly why the entity made this decision, but for whatever reason, this is what the entity wanted for Tori.
So yeah, those are our two new characters. Each one twisted by the life or the circumstances.
Or,
they were
be
born
showing like
into,
gameplay of
each one
them
corrupted
while
by their
talking about
exposure to
this.
the bleeds, and in turn becoming something truly unexpected.
That would also be good as well.
Absolutely unexpected, especially how they both just switch roles. Anyway, thank you so much, Rose, for that hashtag story time. We'll be back together a little later in the show to talk about our latest collections, including the Doomed Course collection. So be sure to check out deadbydaylight.com after the stream, to read the full lore of both the Houndmaster and Tori Kane. But next up, we're going to do a check-in with Eric, having him back on the couch for our next segment.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have like gameplay or the trailer or like more artwork like they did that one to have like more concept art. Like that would be nice.
Oh, wow. Come on with the cold again. Well, I love to see segments like that. That was awesome. The characters have so many connections to the DBD lore. I think our lore fans probably, I hope, really appreciated that. But aside from the lore, and obviously aside from gameplay, one of the ways to communicate to our players when a new character is coming is through the visuals. So when it comes to creating a visual identity for our marketing, it's really important for us to show that the killer is intimidating and imposing.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the Doomed Course chapter art, we actually went back to our roots and brought in the incredibly talented Donald Karen, who worked with us to bring a bunch of the early Dead by Daylight chapters to life. Chapters such as
like
the
like
Demise
artwork
of
here.
the Faithful and the Cursed
It did give me some
Legacy
Magic the
Yard,
Gathering
and
vibe.
many others. Donald has always had this knack for mastering how to get just the heart of what makes each character so terrifying. The Houndmaster's case, the focus is on her ruthless yet calm exterior that barely conceals the rage that's just boiling underneath. And of course, her loyal hound.
And we're really happy with how it turned out and what it shares about the killer. We're also looking forward, obviously, to working with other artists in the future for chapter art like that, and for helping to tell our characters' stories in new and exciting and even scary ways.
Exactly. But stories schmories. Now let's go ahead and look at Maury's with the Houndmaster's gameplay.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well, at least we actually getting gameplay though. Okay, the time to see if the puppy is gonna be.
We're back. Big thanks to Dork and Rose. That was an awesome.
Is the
segment
puppy
going through
gonna be
lore
like
of
you
Tori
cast it and run around
Houndmaster.
for
It's
like
good to
10
have that time
seconds?
to talk about lore. So you're welcome.
Or
lore
can you
nerds.
like
But
hide
now
and then
gameplay
just
nerds get their
control,
segment
you know,
with
control
an
the
old friend
puppy?
coming back to the show, Nick, our killer designer. Welcome back, Nick.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
I can tell. You got your fantastic necklace on, so I know that's your mood right now. Fantastic.
Allegedly,
as
not
always.
a Skeletor.
So
We will
the last
see.
time you were here, people may remember, you were here to talk about your previous original killer, which was for the All Things Wicked chapter, The Unknown, a fan favorite. So Unknown fans, put a dub in chat for The Unknown and for Nick. So you're back now to tell us about the new killer, the Houndmaster. And she comes with her own animal companion, which is incredibly cool and new. So where did the idea for the Houndmaster come from?
So earlier this year, after we put out 2v8, we really sort of thrived off sort of the emotion of killer players finally not being alone for the first time in the trial, and we loved seeing that joy. So we took that cue and started thinking about a killer that was always partnered up and could use that opportunity to bring a sixth character into the trials. We obviously had killers with secondary objects or
Not
characters
one,
before,
Nathan.
but when we sat down to make the Houndmaster, we went back and took a close look at those characters. We studied what worked great, where the friction points were, and then used sort of that research to make the best possible animal companion for our players to partner with.
Super cool. And so does that mean that Snug the dog is Dead by Daylight's first true AI-controlled animal companion?
Yeah, it's fully AI powered.
Okay.
Drawing
Black
pearls. When?
In one. The closest thing we have in the game is Night, but
One
there's
day.
two
One
main
day,
differences.
Theo.
The first is that the Night's guards are only temporary. They disappear eventually, so none of them are a permanent part of the trial. And the second is they can only respect what players had dictated for their pathing, both killer and survivor side. The Houndmaster's dog, on the other hand, isn't magic. It's not summoned. It's a real dog. It's always on the map.
Oh,
and
okay.
While you definitely tell it where to go, it figures out on its own path to get where
I
it
thought
needs
it
to
was going to be a
Our
summon
biggest
that you would
challenge
cat
was
and
to
would
hit
run
the
around for like
right
30 seconds or
balance of
something.
the dog be able to act independently, but also responding promptly to killer commands and general player interactions. It came down to making sure that the dog would still have the right mind, its own little mind to decide what to do, but and feel like it's like a new character in the trial, but it's never taking decisions and agency away from the human killer players and the survivors.
So even though it's making choices for itself, it's not doing it at the expense of the player, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. The killer is called the Houndmaster. She is the master of hounds. And that's what really wanted the player to feel like. You're the one in charge. You're making all the decisions. You're telling the dog what to do.
That seems hard to
and
balance.
The command over the dog is
It
your
really
tool,
does. I'm
but
with
it's
you.
the Houndmaster who is the star of the show.
How do we not
That
thought it'd be
approach
like
also
you
lets
summon
us
it,
focus on
cast
creating a
it,
dog that
and
wasn't
one's like a
scary,
set pat
but
for
also
like
didn't,
30 seconds.
didn't feel evil. We know that bully breeds
Or
and
have it like the
other
bunny
larger
girl that
breeds
told
like
the
the King
app,
Corso
and you
have
just call in the
unfortunate
dog to go
stigma,
like a
so we
straight
really
line.
worked hard to
Pulls
make
it.
sure that Snug, as he's called.
But yeah, having it on the map at
feels
all
like a good
point
boy
one and
for
around.
all the killers and the survivors.
He's a good boy.
Oh yeah, he's great.
All right, yeah, this sound like they
So,
could get
on
very
the note
iffy if they're
of
not
the merciless
careful.
killer of Portia, what is the vibe that you're hoping players to feel when they play as her?
So for the Houndmaster, we're really proud of how the character's power and perks came together to pretty accurately reflect her personality. Playing the killer is all about control, order, domination, and that
100%
runs
TI.
everything she does, right down to her Mori. She uses the dog to create an oppressive feeling across the map, and her perks are all about interrupting and controlling what the survivors can do. We don't quite have time to get into all of them today, but you can check out deadbydaylight.com after the show for all the details on all of them.
Cool. So, okay, let's get to the killer power. We know the Houndmaster is all about commanding Snug. So what exactly does he do?
So the Houndmaster's power is called Scent of Blood.
Yeah,
It
I
breaks
did
down
not
into
see
2
that.
special abilities and 1 special effect. You can command your dog to do 2 things, chase and search. So the chase command is all about sending Snug out to hunt down survivors and bring them back to you.
Yeah, that right there what I was
This
talking
basically
about. Just
turns
on a
Snug
time
into
mode.
a projectile, sorry, but one driven by AI that can adapt to terrain and navigate obstacles in that way. We also added something pretty cool called redirect, which you can use once per chase command. This lets you take control of Snug really briefly, like you're shouting a command from afar, and you can tell it, manually.
So if you're
how
just
to change
walking
its
around,
trajectory, and come from different angles.
if you're just walking
survivors.
around,
This
does it
opens
not
up a ton of
attack?
possibilities,
And it just like,
and there's a really
you know,
a lot of fun
plot
to play
the
with and
person
land
out
like those
well, the
sick,
killer
like,
can see them.
shots from different angles.
So while Snug is out there far away from you, what happens when he sees a survivor?
So
Here we go.
if Snug's in a chase and it tags a survivor, it's going to grip its arm and starts dragging them back to the Houndmaster. The dog cannot injure a survivor, though. That's Portia's job. We want to make this moment as interactive as possible. So during a grab,
So you like the hook gun serial killer?
interrupted by stuns, any stun. So have fun figuring that out. And also, another survivor can come help you out and rescue you from a grab, which will be a great tool for survivors who love to take risks. And I think this is going to be a killer who people really enjoy when they like cooperating, taking protection hits, and like coordinating to like really team up against.
So I don't know why the
killers in
dog's
close
just like
quarters.
a fail
So
call out
also mentioned there's a
location.
search
That
command.
is.
How does that work differently from this?
So chase command is a little bit more aggressive. Search command is a little bit more about information. So search command allows you to pick a point on the map, you look around, and then tell the dog to go over there, and Snug will decide its own path to how to get there. It's going to cross the map if it needs to be. So while Snug's in search mode, he creates something called the Hound Sense Radius. It's a circle that reveals the location of survivors caught inside of it, and continues to grow the longer.
No, well, like I know
patrols.
how to design
so
this shit.
The more further you send Snug away, the larger the radius is, and the easy it is to find survivors. Survivors caught in the radius will receive the Hound Sense Killer effect, and what that means is if they're healthy and they become injured, they'll get deep wounds, and if they go from injured to the dying state, the person on the ground will have louder grunts of pain and leave longer-lasting pools of blood. This is very useful if maybe you forgot where you left someone on the ground, which happens to me a bit often.
That happened to me a few times.
So finally, are there any tips for playing as or against?
Can Luna do this?
So
This is exactly what Luna do. That where the
Houndmaster,
design idea
you
come
need
from.
to think about your powers as a series of tools. So not
I like 90%
every
called
ability
that.
or
What the
aspect of the
killer is.
ability is.
I just thought the dog was going to walk it
every time.
randomly, not
So
actually
if you want to
ordering
use
it.
chase command, you have to figure out like what's around me, where's the obstacle, where's my dog, where's the survivor heading. It's a lot of questions, but the fact is the power is really great at capturing people and managing their space, so it can be used to really threaten someone.
Now I imagine
push
Troy
them
sicking
off
Luna
from
on
their
poor
location.
pride.
And also,
You
redirect
monster.
is sort of a really good
No,
double-edged
that's what
sword.
Diana for.
It can
Luna
really
don't do that.
extend,
That's what
the
Diana do every
distance
night.
and sort of surprise
What do you think
survivors
she
by
does when
coming
Sam
from
locked
different
Diana
angles.
out?
But if you use it without consideration, you might actually create like a lot of unwanted distance between you and the survivor. So you try to learn how to use it really smartly. And also, search is great for getting a lot of information on where survivors are, where are they not. That's really important. And playing mind games, because when you send search out, now you're alone, but Snug's separated from you. Survivors don't know that.
Right.
Like, they don't know if you followed Snug on the path. So try to mind game people and make them ask questions and making mistakes. And also, as a survivor, when you're facing off against the Houndmaster, of course, pay attention, because when Snug starts acting on behalf of the search command and is going to try and visit an objective across the map, it's broadcasting a lullaby. So you have to pay attention. How close is the dog barking and growling? Do I hear the terror radius? If I move away, what's evolving around me? And also, this is a truism of Dead by Daylight, but pallets are your best friend. So pallets can be used to stun Snug and the killer. If you do that, you have my utmost respect. It's really hard to do. But you have to be careful, because if you time the pallet drop a little bit too late or a little bit too early, Snug can go over pallets, also windows, and grab you from the other side, or the killer can even trigger a redirect from the other side of a vault point. So there's a lot of critical questions.
It sounds like
and
they could get
timing
very
you need to
dangerous.
figure out while playing against the Houndmaster.
Fantastic. You're a human game guide. That was excellent. Take a breath. Thanks, Nick. It's always great having you on the show. I always love your energy, but also your designs are so interesting and cool.
Yeah, the whole jumping over thing, like,
and Dorks
seemed like that
right
could
back
get
at it
very
for another,
annoying.
check-in. We'll see you next time, bud.
Hey, thanks, Eric.
Well, it seemed fine, but yeah, the whole like, you know, the whole
We
window and
love
going over.
Snug.
We do. He now the main reason why we got to play that kill now. Like, absolutely.
All right, well, while that wraps up everything Doomed Course, it doesn't wrap up our show. You can't leave yet. Before we move on to everything Bone Chill, we've got a quick update for you on our favorite topic, merch. We know you guys are always hungry for the latest and greatest additions to the store, and we're happy to say that we've just brought in some awesome new items. Available now in the Dead by Daylight shop, you'll be able to pick up all 4 of the pieces of our new Moonstone Cafe collection. Our lore fans will know that the Moonstone Cafe is where Sable and Michaela worked before the entity decided that they would be great additions to his collection. So what I love most about this is that all of these things that you can find in the shop are things that would actually be in the cafe.
Yeah, let's take a look. So the first up, we've got an authentic Moonstone mug from the cafe, similar to what Michaela or Sable would have served you your coffee in if you stopped by for a visit. You got the plastic cup if you needed to take your order on the go and escape the entity. On the wall of the cafe, you might have seen this very cool, very custom Moonstone Cafe neon sign. And for those customers who treat the Moonstone like a second home, a t-shirt you might recognize from the bewitching barista outfit that Michaela has to help rep your favorite coffee house around town.
Yeah, all of them are great new additions to the store. And don't forget that they're all available now for anyone who wants to get their hands on the order after the show. In the meantime, it's going to be on to me and Mael to take a look at this year's Bone Chill event.
Brr.
Hey, what evil Santa Claus chat? There's gonna be a full holiday event in Dead by Daylight. Let's see what they do. I see someone outside of CM. Are you ready for evil Santa Claus?
Greetings, everyone. Some people start looking forward to the holiday season this time of year, but here at Dead by Daylight, we look forward to snow skulls and killer snowmen, as well as eggnog, because who doesn't want a nice cup of eggnog? And if you say you don't, you're wrong.
I still haven't tried eggnog.
That's right, our Bone Chill winter event is right around the corner, and here we've got Mael here with us to tell us about the new features coming into your favorite Frosty holiday event. So thanks for joining us, Mael.
Great to be here.
So this is our 4th year bringing Bone Chill
I'm
into
getting
the fog,
there,
and I know
Mason.
that
I'm
some
getting
players,
there.
have been looking forward to this since last month.
I'm gonna be doing lore video before you know it.
Mael, can you tell us about this event for people who are coming into the snow for the first time?
This has always been a really fun event and a great way for Dead by Daylight to celebrate the season in its own bloody way. This year, the Bone Chill event will start December 12th and end on January 7th.
I know TM will love it.
Bone Chill has a few gameplay staples that we want to that we're bringing back this year and adding to as well. Snowmen are back. You'll find them around the map, and both killer and survivors can jump inside of them and move around in a snowman disguise.
I can chase TM around as a snowman?
Snowman will be a snowman decoy, which means they look normal, but when you get close, they'll come to life. They'll give you a big jump scare. They will explode, and they will make noise, alerting all surrounding players.
Okay, so how about the snow skulls and the snow piles?
They're
Is that
gonna
coming
be
back
evil,
this year?
Yes,
they're gonna be
they're
very
coming
evil,
back.
aren't they?
You can pick up snow skull from snow pile, which can be then you can throw them around at players for fun, or can also be thrown at snowmen to destroy them and reveal if a survivor or a killer is hiding inside of it.
Okay, and I know you and the team really wanted to focus on
You
these
tell me I
snowmen
can do a
gameplay
hide
this
and
year.
how
So
we can
what
live
can you tell
forever
us
in the
that's
game.
changed for that?
Well, we know that player really like the mystery of seeing a snowman move around and not knowing.
This is all new to me as I haven't played in 4
in there.
years.
It's a great setup for a lot of fun mind
Yeah, I
games.
wonder if this
and
is
we
like
really
new
wanted
or
to
the
play
stuff
that
that's been
even
around
more this time.
previously.
Oh,
Then they
So we've
said the
added
event
two new
did we
features this year.
torn.
The first one is that some snowmen will move around on their own.
that's not good, Miles.
Yeah. Those snowmen,
God, they
these
weeping
snowmen,
angels
could be
all
a
over
normal snowman,
again.
that you can jump into, or it could be an actual player, but you will only know when you get close and you investigate.
Oh, I don't like that at all. But
Now
I
the
feel
question, can they
super
grab you and
uncomfortable,
like hold you
it's
still
really
for like a
cranking
couple
up that
seconds?
paranoia, but we'll see. I think I like it. So what are the other additions you've got for me?
We've also added something new to the snowpile.
Okay.
You'll still be able to get a snow skull, but you'll have the option to trade in those snow skulls for the new event ability, the instant snowman.
Okay.
So this is literally like having a portable snowman in your pocket that you can put out and jump into
Hey, the
at any
creepy
time,
snowman.
and
That
then
good
put back
design, to be
away,
honest.
for later use. So it gives both killers and survivors a chance to quickly hide in plain sight and play even more with those fun mind games with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Player will also have the option where instead of putting the snowman away for later use, they can leave a snowman behind themselves and it will turn that snowman into a snowman decoy. And it's kind of like setting traps around the map. But don't be too scared because on the survivor side, you'll see the aura of decoy that were left behind by your teammates. So you can kind of know where other teammates want to surveil the map, but it's mostly so you don't trigger their jump scare.
I really like the idea of Survivor being able to play as the trapper for the winter event. But I also hear that you're bringing something new in
Got a little
terms
bit
of
of combat
offerings this
coming
year.
to
So what do you
them.
got?
So
Yes, we are. This will be the first time that we'll be introducing Winter Team offering.
Mm-hmm.
When equipped in your loadout, it will grant you additional blood points for all unique Bone Chill event gameplay interaction. And also it will let you start the trial with 6 no skull already in your pocket, so you can already start the trial trading them around or trade them in for the instant snowman.
Mm-hmm.
And also with the offering, it will generate an additional chest in the trial. And for the duration of the event, some of these chests will be turned into Winter Team chests. And yeah, those chests, they guarantee you either a rare, a super rare, or an ultra rare item. You could also find the Winter Party starter firecracker inside of those chests, and they will also be back in the Blood Web for the duration of the event.
I'm really looking forward to that. So if players want to check out the Bone Chill event, it'll have its own special queue. But it's also worth mentioning that the regular trials
like
in the main
UVA.
queue will also have that nice festive vibe where everything is decked out in that holiday decoration with winter-themed chests as well. And I can't say it enough. I'm really looking forward to this one.
And of course, Bone Chill will have its own event tome with 2 levels, where you can earn frosty trinkets by completing challenges. You can spend these on.
So
a
they
bunch
pretty
of
much do
great
like
rewards.
rotation, like
So we
special
have an
events,
outfit, for Nia
like
and
UVA
Beatrice.
and now
Oh my
that
god,
one.
look at the Huntress.
We also have frosty weapons for killers,
Nice.
frosty shirts for survivors, frosty eyes,
I love how happy he looks.
and of course some great winter team badge, banner, and charms.
Yeah, that's awesome.
like the
Speaking of
board.
rewards, though, our Advent calendar is also back too with daily logins, where players will either be able to get blood points, iridescent shards, or rift fragments, with some event currency sprinkled in there. So you get little surprise. And this year, the calendar starts early on December 3rd and ends on the same day that the event does on January 7th. But finally, I know this event is also being accompanied by a new map. So what can you
Okay, a
tell us
little
about
more
that?
months, huh?
The new map is called Ormond Lake Mine. It's part of Ormond, and it's set in an abandoned mining site where all the workers went insane and killed each other.
Good for them.
The map also has a very cool underground section that's beneath an ice floor. The workers has been mining, and you can jump into that hole.
Another question:
and
will the
explore
map stay
creepy
around
frozen,
after this
underground
event?
section.
Or they only for this
the map.
event?
We've also got a surprise somewhere in the area. We won't spoil it. You'll have to log in and discover it on your own.
Okay, so we got some homework.
Yeah. The map has a great eerie look to it, and it's like the rest of the Orman realm. So it will be decked out and decorated to celebrate the team with garlands, lights, Christmas trees, present boxes, and even more. While we are releasing the map alongside the event, the two are not tied together.
Okay.
So Orman Lake Mine is here to stay and will be a permanent addition to.
There we go.
Dead by
Answer
Daylight.
that question.
And I would like to finish with a big shout out to the event team, but also everyone that worked on that new map. So that's level art, level design, environment team. You know who you are. Everyone that got involved in that map. The event looked great. The map is absolutely fantastic. It was a big surprise event for myself, and it looks so good. And it's all thanks to their efforts and their artwork.
The map does look amazing, and shout out to you as well for getting your hands on that. So thanks again, Mael, and especially for your first time on the stream. This has been amazing. The event looks awesome as always, and it's starting December 12th, remember, and ending on January 7th. I cannot wait to jump into a snowman and stare the ever-living daylights out of the killer.
Got to write down the date.
But now we're going to be moving on to a quick check-in with Eric, where he's going to be telling us about some great news with another event coming back into the fog.
I do. I need my calendar to write this down. Also, before we end, see him, we might actually get the fourth drop.
Oh my God, how good does that event look?
So good. So good. I can't
So
wait.
good. I cannot wait. I will be hiding in snowmen the entire time.
That's my default state, is hiding in snowmen. That game mode is for me.
It's for me too. Like Mael mentioned, the new Bone Chill in-game event runs until January 7th. But if you find yourself craving a new experience once it's done, the good news is you won't have to wait long.
That's right. Beginning on January 16th and running until January 28th, fan favorite Chaos Shuffle is back for another round of madness. This time,
the
we
D&D
did get super
thing?
positive feedback last time, and like the time before. So we're bringing it back with everything that you loved, but also a nice addition of special perk animation at the beginning of each trial to reveal the perks that were selected for you. And in a perfect crossover with the roll of the dice randomness of
God, it is
Shuffle,
chaos,
the
isn't it?
modifier will have a Dungeons and Dragons tie-in.
Well, you know what you gotta do now, Ti.
I'm super excited about. So what's even more exciting in this,
Know what to do next,
in this
Phil.
start of the modifier, it will be synced with a bunch of new additions to the Dungeons and Dragons collection, which Rose will be on to tell us about in a few moments. But plus, a selection of the earnable event rewards will be D&D themed as well. So, again, the new Chaos Shuffle modifier starts on January 16th,
Okay, the dragon
so stay
is
tuned for
cute.
more information. But
If
now,
only it
let's go
wasn't
ahead
with all
and
the
bring
coke.
back Rose on the couch to talk about all of the upcoming collections.
We need a
Oh, yeah,
Vampire
that's
to
one of
Match
my
Away
favorite
crossover now, chat. I'm totally not biased about Vampire to Match Away, and I want it. Totally not biased.
Welcome, Skelcom, back on out to the couch. That does not mean anything. I just made it up. We're back again with one of my favorite segments, where we're looking at the upcoming collections with one of my favorite people, our store product director, Rose. As always, we'll be reviewing some absolutely amazing collections. I mean it, absolutely amazing, and giving you a first look at the outfits that are going to be available soon in the store. So let's go ahead and get to it. And thank you again for joining us, Rose.
It's nice to be back.
So I know we've got a bunch of collections that are set to release over the next little while, but today I think you wanted to focus on 3, right?
Exactly.
God, it's
And
back
as
in
usual,
time.
all the collections we're
I'm
talking about
playing
today
game, huh,
and the
Sam?
ones we don't cover directly are all up in the latest collection section in deadbydaylight.com, so you can always check
Say
them
goodbye
out
to your
after
money,
the show.
Sam.
Yes, after the show, because we still have a great show for you today. So in that case, what's the first thing we'll be taking a look at today?
Well, our latest chapter, Doomed Course, will be releasing today, so let's start with the 2 new amazing outfits from the new Doomed Course collection. Starting with our Survivor, we have the creepy, very rare traditional robes outfit for Tari Kane. As we learned earlier, Tari was a member of the Black Talon cult, and this is an outfit she could have worn for one of their ceremonies. As you can see, it's very ornate with its long flowing robes and that sinister golden mask.
Kind of look like
Feels like it was
the
created to
dude
be
in the
used
fourth
some
season
sort
of
of
Legend of
dark ritual.
Korra a little bit.
Yeah, it's still hard to believe that this is going to be worn by a survivor, but it looks awesome. So on the killer side, I think our dog lovers are really going to love this next one.
Yeah, me too. This is a visceral legendary rarity outfit for the Houndmaster called the Ultimate Houndmaster. And not only does this give Portia a bit of a more lavish look to go with
I'll
the
just pay Mason to grind the outfits for me.
but it
Oh
completely
wait,
changes the breed
that's
of the
using
dog.
money Poro's sad.
So with this outfit, we've changed Snug from a cane corso to a poodle, giving all those
God, I
dog
called the
lovers out there
poodle a
a
lot
whole new
behind a
breed to play
paywall.
with in game. Tell us what other breeds you'd love to see for Snug.
It might
in the
still
chat.
be cheaper if you
No
think
worries.
about it. Might be still cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, our past visceral
just to
legendaries
pay-
have
just to
changed
pay
to
Mason
Mori.
to do
This
it.
one won't do that in quite the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, it offers a whole new look at the killer power, in this case the dog, which is also front and center in the Mori. Both of these outfits will be releasing today.
All right. I love the Snug can change into other breeds through the cosmetics. I'm seriously looking forward to a Chihuahua or a Pug or a French
Damn, why?
Bulldog
Yeah, give me a
themed
pug.
visceral legendary in the future. So keep me in mind,
You named
please.
every dog I want.
So what else
Good
do
job,
you have in
lady.
store for us today?
So for our next collection, we're super happy to be revisiting the Dungeons & Dragons collection to go along with our new D&D themed Chaos Shuffle modifier. So we're adding 5 beautiful new very rare outfits. One of them is for the Lish, and the other 4 reimagine our survivors as the class they would probably be in.
They're not locked behind a paywall forever.
The first
I think it's just a month or so and then you can buy them with your in-game earned money.
Oh, really?
For a
Okay.
character. I relate to this one a lot since I played a rogue in our product team D&D session.
I guess that
and
made
was
sense and
robbing
did not a
colleague within the first
crossover.
hour.
So I guess it does make sense it would become that.
Next, we have Elodie, who continues her quest for knowledge as a warlock in the Seeker of Secrets outfit.
Ooh, nice.
We've also got Gabriel, putting his engineering skills to use as an artificer, or maker of magical items, in his Mending Magic outfit.
I really like this.
Then
I
we
really
have
do
Adam
want Vampire
Francis, whose
crossover
skills
now.
as a teacher make him perfect for the Arcane Scholar outfit. Take a good look at the magical markings on his face.
I love that.
And finally, we have the Decaying King outfit for the Lish. This outfit is made to mimic a stone statue of Vecna's likeness that was created by his followers and adorned with lit candles, giving it a really unique look in trials.
Yeah, the
Alright,
outfits are what,
these
like
were
15 to
absolutely
20?
amazing, and I honestly cannot wait to get my hands on them, especially the looks for Elodie and Gabriel. So with that in mind, when can I get my little thingies on them?
So all these
Today.
outfits in the Dungeons & Dragons collection will be released on January 16th alongside the Chaos Shuffle.
Never mind.
All right, perfect. So I know this last collection we'll be talking about is one that the people on the team
And
are
a little
really
over a
excited
month,
about.
huh?
Yeah, see, like look at how excited Rose is. So how about you clue us in?
All right, so I'm super excited for this one, as you can see. On
I gotta
January
just show
7th,
they don't
we're
do that
kicking the year off
monthly
with
then.
a collection that celebrates the work of acclaimed Japanese horror manga artist Junji Ito. So if you've heard of his work,
Okay.
it's super distranged, and he's
That is
got
actually
a
a
lot of
really
body
good
horror going on in
crossover.
his
Holy
work, which
shit.
is super perfect for Dead by Daylight, and we couldn't be more excited to talk about this 8-outfit collection. If you've never
That is
watched
such
or
a
read
good
any of
crossover.
his stuff, I truly recommend you go check it out. It's
Okay.
amazing. So for the Dead by Daylight Junji Ito collection, we have 2
Go on.
legendary outfits
Go
from
on.
killers that we're super proud of, and we even recorded special audio for each of them to really add to their feel. So first off, we'll show you the artist as Miss Fuchi, pulled from the story Fashion Model.
Oh my God, that is really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
do you hear the
Yep.
sound?
Yes,
That is
and I
it
wish I
all. Yep.
wasn't. But you said there are 2 legendary outfits here, right?
Yeah, I did. There's another legendary outfit from the DBD Junji Ito collection, and it's the spirit as Tomie, who is probably the most famous of any of the characters in Junji Ito's work. This
Yeah.
outfit specifically is taken from the story Painter.
Wow, that was really okay. But the audio definitely takes it to the next level. Junji Ito has an insanely talented art style, but I've got
Yeah,
to say, I
once
feel
they
like the team
go
was really
in-game
taking it and
currency, I will
nailed it.
probably try to
Yeah,
get
on
the.
that note specifically,
I really
love
love his
one
art.
of the other 6 outfits, which are all very rare, by the way, and it's the Soichi's party clothes outfit for the Trickster from Soichi's Convenient Curse. And I think, in my opinion, it's really one of the most successful adaptations we've done from anime to DBD. And this character, he hides nails in his mouth and he can spit them at people.
Oh my
So
god.
if you look closely, you'll see that Trickster actually has a mouthful of nails.
Oh wow, that is pretty convenient to be using to spit nails out of people. I don't think any other character could really pull off that outfit but the Trickster. And I will say I've heard that the look for the Dredge in this collection is definitely going to be the reason why I get noise complaints from my apartment for screaming at the night for the DVD.
I can totally see why. The Dredge is in what we're calling its Half-Spirit's Torment outfit. It's inspired by the story of the mysterious tunnel, and we spent a lot of time changing some aspects about the Dredge to connect him with the story, so it turned out unbelievably creepy in game.
So scary to see this. Oh, hell no. No.
And this is just a static image.
Yeah.
Imagine him creeping up behind
And I don't
you.
want to imagine that, Rose. I do not want to imagine that.
Are you
That's
getting these down?
Let's talk about
All right,
something else.
let's move on. We have a lot more. We also have Kate in her Puppet's Troubled Ballet outfit from the story Marionette Mansion. You'll be able to see strings floating above her the entire match, making her feel like a marionette suspended in the air.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
We also have Yui in her Tsukiko uniform outfit, looking like the schoolgirl from the story Tomiya's Photos.
I really love that.
Yeah, she's cute. We have Yunjin in her Terumi's Fame
Oh,
outfit.
because I
inspired by
don't
the
play
story
killer.
Hanging
I
For
mean,
the
like these.
27th time.
No, I mean like these. These are survivals, right?
And finally, the twins in their Hikizuru's Dark Past outfit, inspired by
Is
the
it
story
some of these
Strange
survivals
Hikizuri
or they
Symptoms.
all kill?
That one looks really creepy. I do not want to see the twins chasing me with that. Oh, wow. But we had so much to cover here today. But with the holidays just around the corner, we're also going to be rolling out some great additions to our winter holiday collections.
Yeah, you can check
But
out all
true.
of those
what
collections-
about
all of those
the
collections in
28th?
the latest collection section in deadbydaylight.com for a full look
Touche,
at the outfits for
touche.
the holiday
Oh, you're gonna
horrors
buy them.
collection, the Tech
No,
Design
because they're
collection,
not
and of
bald
course,
bearded
the
men.
lovely
Oh,
sweater
never
collection.
mind.
I hear the
Never
sweaters this
mind.
year are going to be especially ugly, so I'm really looking forward to that. So big thanks to you, Rose, for joining me on the couch once again. And as you said, we're super proud of the Junji Ito collection. So proud, in fact, that we showed this to Junji himself to get his reaction for seeing the outfits for the
Oh,
first
there's the
time.
money.
And we'll be sharing that
What was
in
that,
the
like a
early
little
new
over
year
$10?
on socials. So be
Well,
sure
we
to
could
keep
shave
an eye
her.
out so you can catch that video. So we'll be moving on now to our not
Yeah,
so
I
live
thinking
Q&A
outside the
segment,
box.
So stay tuned.
So by the way, is that like the normal parts usually of like?
The only female character I play is Claudette.
I see. But yeah, it's a 1081 of the little like premium currency, and then the bloodshot thing you at 2100. Is that like normal-ish for the prices for this stuff? At least when they knew anyway, I should say.
Okay, we talked about our new chapter,
Yeah.
new characters, dogs, events, and collections today, so why not do a Q&A to wrap things up for the show and provide some insights. So let's dive right into it. Question number 1 from Le Communauté. With Scourge, Hook, Jagged Compass, does that mean that killers can now have more than 4 Scourge hooks on a map?
Yes, it does. If the killer is running this perk and hooks a survivor on a regular hook, when the survivor is unhooked, the hook becomes a new Scourge hook. It does not replace one of the previous Scourge hooks, so this means
like
that for the
Liam.
first time ever, killers can have more than 4 Scourge hooks on a map. And also, the same perks that apply to the original 4 Scourge hooks also applies to the new hook.
You get an award for saying the word hook in the shortest amount of time. the most. Question 2. With Snug receiving a customization that you saw earlier in the show, does that mean we can expect to see more killer power customizations in the future?
We
Well,
are
that's a good
planning on it.
question.
We don't have a confirmed time
That's a
frame
really
at
good
this
question.
stage, but yes, it is our intention.
Dope. All right, question 3. What made you decide to create a more evil
Was about to
Survivor this
say.
time around?
That's a lot of
Well, we're
hooks.
always looking to explore more of the realm and those that find themselves trapped within it. The entity feeds off of emotion, and the entity always has a plan, even if it's something that we ourselves can't understand. Perhaps it sensed a benefit to having someone that doesn't exactly see eye to eye with the other survivors or doesn't fit the typical survivor archetype. Tori doesn't understand why she's trapped with these people that never believed as she did, and that creates resentment and conflict, something that the entity can really feed off of.
Awesome. All right, question 4. On the PTB, there was a new map, part of the Mount Orman realm, but this map is not releasing as part of the chapter, so when can we expect to see it come into the game?
So as mentioned by Mael, this map in particular is going to be a part of our winter celebration, the Bone Chill event for the first time, and have, you know, an entirely new map to go along with it as it releases on December 12th. But it won't be just for the holidays. It will be remaining permanently within Dead by Daylight.
I really like
Awesome.
how the map
And last question.
Hopefully
number
it's a good
5.
map.
On the PTB, there were changes made to the Survivor HUD, which were great. Are there any plans to go further with this and show things like the anti-face camp bar?
This is definitely something that we would like to do. We don't have a timeline for adding that into the game just yet. However, it's definitely something we've heard and that is requested, and we're looking into our options for doing so.
Fantastic. Thank you for being the voice of the team, as always, Dork. And that is a wrap for us. Thank you for joining us all year long, but also this show in particular. And obviously, thanks for playing the game. That's why we're here. And we hope you enjoyed Dead by Daylight, the Doomed Course live stream.
And like Eric mentioned, this is our last live stream of the year, but we're already looking forward to seeing you again in March for our next show, where we'll be sharing all of our upcoming details
about
the
every
next
4
chapter.
months.
Dead by Daylight isn't slowing down by any means in 2025, though. So expect great tons of content that'll be on the horizon. And don't forget to keep an eye out for the January Chaos Shuffle modifier and the release of the Junji Ito collection. Until then, the whole Dead by Daylight team wishes you a safe holiday and a happy new year. We're going to be raiding out to Ghost Arcade on Twitch, but for everyone else, we'll see you in the fog. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I gotta say, for watching it for the 4th time, my only like from a new Dead by Daylight person here, I would say it would have been nice to see like more concept art, more gameplay, like when they were talking about certain things like the lore and whatnot. But that's like kind of my only real complaint about this. Like, it would have been nice to have a lot more like visual stuff happening. But then again, maybe they're literally made for the people that have been playing Dead by Daylight now for what, like almost a decade or something? However long it's been now. But it would have been nice to see like a little bit more of it playing out. Like, I don't know, maybe move the gameplay up like one segment so you see like the ability of like what they were talking about with the dog and stuff, and then have the gameplay or the lore after that. That way you could like just watch a map being played while they talk about it. Or like I said, more concept art, or maybe like a CG trailer or something. Because of why they didn't do that overall, other than that one trailer they had at the beginning. But, you know, like that, just, you know, would be just nice. Because it did get, like, I wouldn't say it was like super long, but yeah, the lore stuff was like a lot in a short period of time. But yeah, overall though, it's like, yeah, the Eno stuff is like, that is a really good crossover. Like, that kind of made me very much want like that. The only thing is that like, I guess it's still gonna be able to be bought with in-game currency, right? Because it did have like the 10,000 and it had the Bloodshot stuff. So yeah, I would probably try to farm some of that stuff. So I gotta admit,
Yes, that crossover looked so cool.
yeah, I gotta say, for first impression on the way they handle crossovers, it honestly seemed really, really good thought out. See, this is the thing here. Like, you know how I talked about like how I'm not the biggest fan of crossover, which I'm not. I'm still not like the biggest fan of crossover. But I kind of feel like, once again, coming in now, seeing Elite One in the game right now and what happening from there, is I do like anybody don't like crossover. I do like how it seemed like they all trying to stick to a tone. You know, with it being a horror game of like sticking to the tone of it. Yeah, like Alan Wake, a horror game, Resident Evil, like Castlevania, like all that stuff. So good to see they all still like Elite. They doing crossover with stuff that makes sense for the continuity of this. You know, there are no 2B running around quite yet, to my knowledge. But it only a matter of time. 2B will appeal in everything eventually. It's just the way life work at that point. If 2B not in it, it's not a real live Soviet game. But for the time being, I do really like how it seemed like there was some thought put into the crossovers. 'Cause yeah, I wasn't betting literally a manga dude, you know, popping up in that. Because Dead by Daylight, American company, right, who makes it. They're not like European or anything, they're US. So overall, I would say good first impression. Like I said, more gameplay and artwork would be nice though.
I'm just sad none of the characters I play are in the Junshi collection. Poro sad those
Yeah.
outfits looked so cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised like that, like the survival stuff, especially the
They're
survival stuff.
Canadian, I believe.
Oh, okay, Canadian. Okay, okay, so they all still Western style. Okay. So yeah, good on them for getting like a Japanese crossover. But like when you come to the outfit stuff, I am honestly kind of surprised um that they don't just do like I don't know, like maybe 4 like survivals or however many survival. Or like, you know, a couple male, a couple female, and just have them be interchangeable on every character. Like the kill stuff I get because of like I imagine knowing what the kill is probably very good for like the design aspect of being able to look at something and be able to be like, you know, like all the old like, oh, that dude a trap, or that dude is a ghost lady or whatever. So I get that. I get the kill. But when it comes to survival, you would think they would just like make a handful for each gender and then just be like, here you go, use it. But maybe there was some reason for that. I don't know. Maybe the models are like way too distant. And that the reason they have like, you know, only for Pacific characters, maybe. I'd be interested to know if that is the reason or not. Because I feel like body-wise, for most of like the survival, it's not that insane. You know, they seem maybe a little bit like interchangeable. But maybe I'm totally wrong here on that. Maybe the way the game is set up where the survivals are actual like models and not like you know, not like empty mannequin that just stuff gets poured on top of. You know, kind of like how what like PSO do and whatnot. But yeah, overall I would say there's a pretty decent first impression of this. So yeah, if I'm awake and we still kicking this in like what? They said March, right? If I'm still having the same amount of enjoyment that I am right now come March. Like yeah, we will absolutely want the net dev event. But I'm still with you. It still would have been nice to see Dead Rising. But I really think that would be kind of fun to have Point West and the fourth area from the mall in it. But yeah, there we go. That is Dead by Daylight. Like I said, the video will probably be uploaded on YouTube after the fact, so make sure to do thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bell, come on worldtwitch.tv/TroyMacon. We are doing it live right now. And come say hi. So I think that would do it for Dead by Daylight stream for the day.